start. Now let's get started with exploring these visuals: filled map with pie chart, decomposition tree, key influencer, funnel chart, and also we'll take a look at the custom charts like infographics, scroller, and so on. Plus the important visual slicer, we will take a look at it. Let me see how many we can cover it with our time limit. Okay, within this time limit. Okay, okay, all right. Now let us get started with the filled map. So filled map, it's kind of a visual, right? Using which you can create a map. Okay, with the map, right? So by in the map you can shade or create some patterns to by doing some kind of shading or patterns to display how a value differs in proportion across a geography or region. Okay. So look here. So these are the different regions. One, two, three, four. Let's say this specific company, they sell their products in four different regions in USA. Okay. So by using different shading, color shading, we can display how the values are differs in proportion across a geography or a region. Now let us start before we go ahead and take a look at how to create a map in Power BI desktop. Let us understand when to use the map. Okay, so to display quantitative information on a map, we can you can go ahead with creating a map. And also when defined regions are important, then also you can go for creating a field map to shows spatial patterns and relationships. That kind of situations you can go for a map, and also to get an overview of the distribution across the geographic locations. Okay, you can go for using a field map. Okay, now what I do is I just go to this Power BI desktop. This one I'll just go here. Already I have loaded the data in the last session. Whatever the files that I loaded it are the same file that I opened it, the report file. Here, what I do is I just simply go and click on this field map. This is called your field map, and we have something else called a map. Okay. Now let us start. Take a look at the field map. I just resize it now. You see here the field map got filled with some dummy data. We need to populate some data here. Only then we can see the map. Okay. So now what I do is I just go to the sales W04 and let me do one thing. I will start put the state here somewhere. We have a column called state. I just put it in the location. Good. So the moment when I dropped the state column here, I can see that the United States got selected here, right? So it got selected. Okay, instead of field map, let's say if you want to convert this as a this plain map, right? So it'll be displaying something like this. Okay, and okay, now what we will do is we'll go ahead with the field map, and in the case of field map, what I am going to do is I'm going to put some category here. The legend, I will just put some category. So here, these categories got office supplies and office supplies Kansas, right? It is reflecting here. And if you can see here on top of this one, there are three categories. One is furniture and office supplies and technology. But here the color shading is not, see the legend, whatever we see, right? It is not matching with this one. The office supplies and okay, this is the one is office supplies. This color is office supplies. Since it is blended with this blue background, it is confusing. So you can also change the colors in the format button. Okay, and initially it will make you to think it is not relevant. Okay, so in this case I have selected the United States in this visual. Okay, hence it is displaying only the United States. And if you want to see the all the country, right, so you can see it something like this. Just sorry, this is for Syria, and I'm going to select if you unselect it, if you click on this one, the eraser icon, everything will get unselected. Okay. So now, whatever the selection I made it earlier, right, in this slicer got cleared off. So it shows the entire globe. Okay. It shows the entire globe. So this is your North America and Europe, Africa, and India, you can see here. And I just go ahead and select United States. Okay, United States. These are the categories. We are, they are selling the product. Look here. When I click on this visual only, you can find the fields here. Okay, the category you can see it here, and I just drag and drop the sales, latitude. Okay, let me do one thing. Where is the sales here? Okay, tooltips. Okay, so in the tooltips, it gets included. Look here. When you hover the cursor on top of each places, right? Look here, this is the furniture is the blue color. Okay, these are the blue color, and blue colored one. Okay, and these are the one is office supplies and technology is not visible here, surprisingly. One second, let me just go ahead and take a look at the. I just convert back to column chart. In the column chart, I have to put the sales here, right? So only then it will be visible. Okay, we have one second, let me just go here and see what is, yeah, United States. United States, we could see that under three categories, the sales have been made. And but when I click on this one, let us see here why it is not showing here. And let us just make it a little bit bigger. And we will go to the format tab and fill colors. And here the technology is something, we will take some other colors. Okay, still it is not much helpful. Map settings. So look here in the format tab, you can, under map settings, you can find different styles here, road and aerial. You can change the type of the chart, the style of the chart. If you want aerial, you can select aerial, and you have a dark color. You can use this one also, and light colored. This is your light color, and the grayscale is the normal one. Okay, this is the plain thing, and the next one is road. This is also the normal thing. And if you go here, aerial, so this one looks clear. Okay, and if you hover the cursor here, you can see the sales and all the things. Okay, how much sales we made. We can see it with the filled map like this. So now what we will do is in the legend, I just put the category here. Instead of the category, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let us see if we can put some other thing here. The segment. Yeah, it shows all the things. So look here, here the home office. Home office is this color, and this is your corporate, and the blue color is the consumer one. Consumer, you can see every, right? So we can see the consumer segment is a very big one in USA, and only the home office and corporate offices, we can see only that much. Okay, and here we can see the consumer segment across the states. We can see the sales and everything, right? So just by hovering the cursor, you can see it. And also, if you can go to the Format tab, here you can change the colors for these segments. And if you want to have the legend, you can, by default, it is on. We don't have to do anything. Controls, auto zoom on, and zoom buttons. If you want to, if you want to zoom it, you need to use your scroll bar in your mouse in the upper direction. Okay, you need to move the scroll bar in the upper direction in your mouse to scroll to zoom it. Okay, and if you if you use your scroll bar in your mouse in the downward direction, it'll get minimized. The size will get reduced. So instead, if you keep the zoom buttons here, this will improve the user experience. Simply, if they wanted to maximize it, they'll need to click the plus sign. When they click the plus sign, they can see the zoomed out of you can zoom in this one, zoom in, zoom out. You can do it with this one. So this zoom out, this is zoom in. Simply you can do zoom in and zoom out. Okay, with this, yeah. So that is pretty much it, right? So with the filled map, you can use only, see, with filled map, you can use only three fields: the state, location, and legend. The latitude and longitude also you can use it here. But here you need to put the latitude related data. You cannot put something else here. Look here, if you put it something else, it will not, it doesn't make any sense. Look here, I just put quantity, it doesn't make any sense. Latitude, longitude. With latitude and longitude, we can plot the charts, right? Different countries or zip code, everything, you can do it there. But here, cross report, keep all filters. So only so you can do it only this much of things. Okay, with the filter map. And now let us take a look at the other type of a map called the this one, pie chart with map. So this map, you can plot the data. For example, if you want to plot the sales and all, right, you can do it here. And the legend you can put some category or segment. What happens is, in that case, it'll along with the map for each city or location, right? It display with the pie chart. I just show you now. We will just go and take a look at the state. I just put this in because state, you can see all the state across the place. Yeah, now what I do is I just simply copy paste this slicer because I don't want to see everything, all the country. If you want, you can have it, as it is. Okay. I just click on sync. Okay, it is by default selecting Afghanistan. I just want to select the United States. The moment when I click on the United States, you can see the blue colored one, right? So each city marked with some blue colored one. And the next one is the I just next what I do is I just drag and drop the category or something and the legend. So you can see now the legend tells us for each category. These are the three different colors have been used. And you can see here, right? So when you see here, let's say if I do zoom in, zoom out. If I do zoom in, you can find out almost everywhere in all the cities, the pie chart, right? Pie chart has been used here, but the pie chart size is same for all the places. If you notice it here, right? All the places marked with the same size or the same distribution of pie chart. Okay. That is one thing we notice it here. I just move this in the middle to get a clear view. And next step, what I do is I just go and look here. You have bubble size. In this place, if I drag and drop sales, the moment when I dragged and dropped the sales, we could see that the size of the pie chart got changed. So the sale bubble size, right? The bigger the bubble size tells us more the sales, and smaller the size, lesser the sales. Okay, those places, look here in this city, the sales is less. South Carolina, the sales is not much, and here the sales is very good. Okay, so that is what we can see it here. And apart from this, you can in the fill the map, I have included the zoom in, zoom out icon. The same thing you can do it here with the help of the format option. And if you go to the map settings, here also the same thing are available. You have Arial and and you have something else for dark colored. Okay, dark. If you want this color, you can use it. Or if you want to use Arial, let it be there, Arial. And if you want to see the size of the, if you want to change the size of the bubbles, you can click on the bubbles. And then here, if you slightly increase it, right? You can increase it, or decrease it based on it. So if you cannot increase it, like this, it will be cluttered, and you just slightly adjust it. Again, here it is getting cluttered. Now it is good, right? So now it is good. So now you can make out here. This is California in the technology 1465. And here also the technology 1279 and the furniture. All these three segments in category, how we are selling it. We can see it here. And the next one is general one. Facts, not much. One second. Here, category labels. We can enable category labels also. But if you enable category labels, it will be more cluttered. Okay. See, for example, this is all the city name are displayed along with the marked one. And here, let me just check if I have a zoom. Yeah, auto zoom buttons. You just click on this one on, enable it on. So you can see the plus sign. Okay, with this we can enable the users to do zoom in and zoom out if they want to zoom in and zoom out. So which city we made? Okay, this is Jefferson City, somewhere near to Jefferson, Missouri, right? Missouri, they can see it. If they want to zoom out, they can zoom out. So all these things are possible. You can do the title also. You can specify the title name. Okay, title text. Here, sales by state and category, it is already there. And if you want to change the font type, or if you want to change the title of this map, we can change it here. And if you want to have this, one second, background color as black, and if you want to make the text as white color, here, look here, it looks different now, right? You can give it this way also, okay? And also you can increase the size of this one. One second, let's see, font, okay? And if you want to increase it a little bit, so the category also you can increase it a bit, and then you can go here and title thing. Title also you can increase it a bit. Okay, so the pie chart, it has three colors in it. What it conveys us is it has three categories. Okay, that is what I already discussed. Three categories colored with three different colors. With this legend, we can make out that which category is which one. And also the tooltip is very much helpful. When you hover the cursor here, it shows the category name, and for each city, what in which category, how much we sold, we can see this one. So that is pretty much about the map. Map is very user friendly, and also it help you to uh, display the quantitative information on a map. Okay, and look here. Here we can do, and also we will take a look at one thing here. Show labels on. Okay, that is by default on. Okay, it is already on. If you don't want the labels, right, you can disable it this way. Okay, and if you think the labels are a bit cluttered, you can do it. Or no, if you think no, I just want to enable it, you can do it. Okay, if your company is selling products across United States, right, and if you enable this by default, it will be little bit difficult, right? It looks a bit cluttered, but still let it be there, because you can still make out with the help of this one, zoom in, zoom out, is very much helpful if you leave it as it is. Okay, so this is yeah, hope you understood how to create the field map and map. The field map, also you can get the this one tooltip. With the help of tooltip only you can see it. And with the pie chart map, it displays the data in pie chart so that you can easily distinguish, which one belongs to which one, which category belongs to which one. But whereas here, there is here also it gives the color, right? It marks everything is in color. uh, Here in this case, sometimes, right, the category color was not showing properly here because of the color confusion. Somewhere it is not showing correctly, but when I use segment, it was kind of okay, right? So the home office, and this is your corporate office, rest of them are your consumer office. Okay, but we need to play around with some colors, appropriate colors, only then you can get to see it. This one is for better, right? So the map, the pie chart map. So with this, you can understand in each category how much you sold all the things. Next one, we will take a look at something else called the infographic designer. Infographic designer. This is a custom visual. The intro, they'll ask you if you guys have worked on any custom visual. You can tell them, yes, I worked with infographic designer. And look here, how do I do that? Let me just, 1 second, let me just. See, if you want to add any custom visual, let's say you don't want to use, so let's say you want to use something different, not the visuals that are currently available under the visualizations pane. And if you want to, go way beyond this, and if you want to pick up something like, for example, I want to have a infographic infographic visual is not available. You can click on these three dot here, the ellipses, and then when you click on this, you will find something like get more visuals. Click on this, and here on the right top, here you can specify the type of chart that you needed. Okay, infographic, something like that. So in my case, I have already used it. Let me do one thing. I just try to remove it. It is not getting removed. Unpin this visual. Okay, so once you pin it, it is becoming part of this. See, the simple thing, you need to go to get more visuals. Here you just type infographic. So what I was trying to do is I thought of removing that thing, infographic designer. Or let me do one thing. I will try to import other visual. So we have something called scroller. Look here. This is also another type of custom visual. I just typed scroller because the scroller was not available by default just beneath this visualization pane. I want to import something like a scroller. I just type scroller here in a scroller displayed here. Okay, and if you click on this one, it will take some time to display this. Now, your data gets visualized as an animating scrolling text. Okay, so it is something like that. Okay, and when you click on add, what will happen is that new visual will get imported and it will be available under your visualizations pane. If you click on OK, look here, just beneath the visualizations, you can find this. And if you want to pin it, you can pin it to the visual so that the scroller also made part of your other visuals. Got it? Fine. So that is how I already imported it. So if I go and search it again, the scroller, it will not be available because already we have loaded it, right? That's why it is not available. This one I already, I using the get more visuals option, I just searched it and then added it as part of my visualization. These two are custom visualization. I just start with show you how to use the infographic first. Okay, here what I do is I simply use category again. Okay, here in this case, I just put measure. In the measure, you need to put sales. Okay. Okay, in this thing, right? So the moment when you put the sales here, just give me a second. I'm getting some call. 1 second. This is an infographic designer visual. Okay, this is a custom visual. I just dragged and dropped the category in the category section, and in the measure, you need to put the numeric value sales. When I simply dragged and dropped it, it was not working. Okay, but right, so you need to drag and drop it in your measure section, only then it will be. But if you look at this here, you might be wondering, this one seems like my clustered column chart. What is so big deal about it? Okay, look here, you have something called the edit mark here. When you click on this, you can change the shape also. If you think, you don't need the shape, you can change it. And you can insert the text also. If you want, you can insert some text or something like that. And here, if you see the insert shape, instead of using the boring, the column, rectangles kind of thing, if you want to use different shapes, you can use it. For example, food and drink. If you are into food and drink business, you can say something like, you can select something like this. And let me do one thing. I just remove the previous one. I just put something like that. Look here. When you select, but you need to make sure that you are deleting the existing one by clicking on this delete element icon. And you have something like arrange element that you can use it to arrange the elements. And you have something like theme or custom. If you want to use the existing theme or you want to do some kind of customization, you can do it. But this is pretty straightforward. So if you are into transportation and if you sell bicycle, you just click on it and then you need to select that visual, say shape 2 and delete it. And look here, the shape 3 is this one. Okay. And whatever the shape that you wanted, you can select. That is the advantage of using infographic thing, business and technology. If you want to use something like a dollar or currency value as it is, right? You can use currency value. Sorry, here. Or if you think the transportation nature, And if you select something like that, you can give it like this. Okay. During Christmas sales, right? You can in each category how much we sold during Christmas season, right? You can Christmas tree. You can put it like this. Now we have another option called legend. Here I just drag and drop this segment. Sales by category and segment. Okay, here nothing is happening. So you sell chairs. Apply. Okay, let me do one thing. I just remove this and then we will do it fresh. And then I just put category here, and the next one is I just put some segment here, the legend. Okay, and then I put sales here. Yeah, that's it. First, you need to select all the things. Okay, whatever that thing you need it here. This is specific to this one because after once you select it, and then when you change the shape and all, right, again, if you put some other thing, it is not getting visible here. It's not reflecting here. I just go and select. Yeah, this one seems to be good, right? During Christmas time, in each category, how much we sold, right? Instead of using the traditional way of doing this, instead of using the traditional rectangle kind of thing, right? Better you can go for infographic designer. Infographic designer, right? That is what the custom visual. You can tell them we were using infographic designer visual. Let me read. And I can go to the format like other visuals, how you do formatting, like changing the font size and font style and title size, everything you can do it. Okay. The same way you can do it even for the custom visuals. Next one is the scroller. This is another custom visual. For example, you want to see the each region, what the sales. And you can probably resize it. You can keep it at the bottom of your dashboard or report so that in the television news, right, when you go to the CNBC channel, you can at the bottom of the CNBC channel you can see something like that, right? The stock prices will keep run at the bottom. This is another type of custom visual. You can tell them you work with infographic and this one and try with Gantt chart. Okay. That is also used by a couple of my students. Okay. Currently, they are with some projects. In few projects, I heard that they are using Gantt chart. Try Gantt chart. Go here and get more visuals and try Gantt chart. Okay. So these are the two things, right? Are related to custom visual. And the next one, what we will do is we will proceed with, okay, we are done with this one. And the next one is the funnel chart. We will continue with funnel chart. There is something else called the funnel chart. What is funnel chart? I just stop this man so that